Social media was largely viewed as a space for fun, entertainment, value creation, and possibly learning. But as innovations overtook mundane marketing strategies, social media proved to be a melting pot of ideas and a competitive base for business to flourish exponentially. As per most recent reports, almost 99% of Fortune 500 companies have an active social media presence. But how exactly does social media help in marketing? Well, it's been proven that Instagram posts, which include relevant hashtags alongside plain and simple captions, get over 12% more interaction than posts with quirky captions. Now, before you head on to flooding your Instagram posts with hashtag, hear me out. This was just one teeny tiny strategy that almost every brand resorts to when it comes to online business promotions. There are many more ingenious ways or strategies to reach out to your potential audience within the premise of social media marketing. And that's exactly what we are going to explore in the next 1 hour. I am Tony Tom and it's raining fun facts here. Stay tuned and don't forget to carry your umbrella.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoyed this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on this video any queries or suggestions and I will respond to your comments.
Hello learners, welcome to this course on social media marketing. I am very much excited to see you all here who would like to attend this course on social media marketing and would like to know deep on this particular subject on social media marketing. And I would also love to spend some time with you all on this particular topic on social media marketing. So what exactly is social media marketing, right? So basically, you will be having some favorite brands, right? Let be a particular product. For that particular product to own, you will be having some particular product and that particular specific product's brand. So you would be loving, or you will be amazed, or you will be actually needing to own a particular product of a particular brand, right? Whichever product they are offering, you would be loving to own their particular product, right? So how exactly are you coming to know about that particular product? And if you actually go and search on those particular products on your social media platforms, you will be able to find them. And they're actually present in the social media platforms. So why exactly are they in the social media platforms, right? Are they able to benefit from this particular mode of engagement to their customers or their potential customers? Yes, that's exactly what we'll be covering in this particular course. So let it be any particular profile. Let it be a personal profile, let it be a business organization's profile in order to improve their business or bring in more revenue to the company. All these things will be attained by using social media, right? So these platforms are where you'll be able to find many number of people, maybe your existing customers, maybe your future potential customers, and all such people, right? So that is exactly the reason why companies are actually following social media marketing. And since we have actually had a brief introduction on social media marketing, let's move on to the course. That is, let us understand what all are the topics that we are having for you in this particular course on social media marketing. So in this particular course, we'll be talking around three main topics. That is understanding social media marketing. What is social media marketing, right? So initially, to understand social media marketing, we should be knowing certain things, certain aspects and certain approaches of social media marketing. That's exactly what we'll be covering in the beginning of this particular course on social media marketing. Understand better, know better, and have the facts and figures corrected on your end in order to know more about social media marketing. Only then we'll be able to build our foundation and move ahead in order to implement or promote or understand more about social media marketing. So that's exactly what we are doing first. That is understanding more on social media marketing. What exactly is social media marketing? Then after this, we'll be moving on to understand the 5 pillars of social media marketing. As I've already mentioned, we'll be knowing what exactly is social media marketing and we'll be laying a foundation. So after laying the foundation, we should be knowing about the pillars, what actually elevates or keeps them on the particular position. It will be taking them to a next level, right? So basic foundation, the pillars are actually the basic structures of building. So similarly to that, what are the pillars, what are the main core pillars in order to promote social media marketing and in order to get more out of social media marketing. That's exactly what we'll be covering in the next topic, that is 5 pillars of social media marketing. After that, we'll be moving on to understand what are the several social media marketing strategies that we'll be able to accommodate, we'll be able to follow, we'll be able to implement so that we'll be benefiting out of those things in the most effective way. So don't you want to know how we'll be able to approach, how we'll be able to implement social media marketing? What are the tactics, what are the strategies that we'll be able to implement in order to bring out the maximum out of it? So that's exactly what we'll be covering in the last topic. That is, what are the several social media marketing strategies, how we'll be able to implement them, and how are we able to benefit from them, and why should we actually implement them, right? So these are the various, or these are the 3 topics that we will be covering in this particular course on social media marketing. Let's dive deeper into each of these one by one right away.
So let's start off with our first topic on this course on social media marketing, which is nothing but what is social media marketing? Since I've already told something about social media marketing, you might be knowing at least some things about social media marketing, right? At least you'll be having some vague idea on social media marketing. Not in depth, but we'll be getting to that shortly. So we know that in through our social media platforms, we'll be able to share our content, whichever we need to share to our followers, our customers, our people who are actually following our page, and all those things. We'll be able to showcase that, right? So if you're actually a person who is actually running business, you'll be able to promote your business. You'll be able to get more number of reach to your business which you're actually offering to your customers. What are the products which you're offering? What are the kind of services which you're offering? So if your business is actually a product based company, then you can showcase on that. If it's a service based company, you'll be able to showcase on that. So irrespective of which business you're following, you will be able to showcase, you will be able to promote your business irrespective of your business, irrespective of what kind of business you're doing. On all of things, we'll be able to promote our business through social media platforms. Let's say you're not actually a business person, you're actually a small influencer in the social media platforms. If you're actually an influencer, you'll be able to get paid for whatever contents you're actually showcasing on your social media platforms. Companies, organizations, or brand will be asking for you to post their content through your social media platform so that more people will be tend to see their particular product, their particular service which they're actually offering to their customers through your social media profile. So they'll be getting more number of reach, more number of business, and through you they'll be able to get more number of business, right? So since you're doing actually all these things, you'll be able to get paid for whatever you're doing. So whatever content you're actually sharing for them, you'll be getting paid for that. Or else you're actually a person who's not interested in doing business, not interested in having social media influencing and all those things. Let it be you're actually a normal person who would like to have a social media account, share whatever you're doing. You will be able to do that as well. So in order to get more likes, in order to get more followers, in order to get connections, and in order to network with people, you can implement social media marketing, right? So irrespective of what kind of person you are, you may be a business person, you may be a social media influencer, you may be simply a normal employee as most of us, right? So irrespective of all of those things, you will be able to accommodate, you will be able to know more about social media marketing and get more connections, more network, and you can be benefiting through your connections or through your network which you're building in the social media platforms in numerous ways which you will not be even think about, right? So that is exactly why we need to be accommodating social media marketing. Let it be a business, let it be a self-employed, let it be anything, you will be able to accommodate or you will be able to benefit out of social media marketing. Now let's move on to see what exactly is social media marketing. So in social media marketing, we employ social media platforms and other social networks to market the products and services of the organization. That's exactly what I've mentioned few minutes back, right? So whatever business you're doing, irrespective of which domain you're doing, or irrespective of what kind of service which you're providing to your customers, what kind of people are actually concentrating on in order to promote your business, you will be able to do all those things through social media platforms. So you might be involved in social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all those things, right? These are the various social media platforms in which companies are actually following, or companies are actually having their brand page in these social media platforms. So through all these platforms or through all these social media entities, we'll be able to get in more business, more awareness, and also we'll be able to get more reach so that more number of people will be actually knowing our content. So what are the services, what are the products, and how the business is actually growing, who are the actual people who are actually using our products. So all those details we'll be able to share through our social media platforms to our customers. So we'll not only able to engage with our existing customers, we'll also be able to engage with our future potential customers who are having the potential to become our customers. So we'll be able to not only engage with our existing customers who already own our products and happy or satisfied with our product, we'll also be able to get to know who are the customers or who are the people who would love to own our product, who are the people or who are the targeted audience which we would like to know, right? So maybe if you are actually launched a product, not always all the people would be buying it. Maybe some people will be trying your product, some people will be liking it, some people may not know completely on the product, right? So even then, through social media marketing or through social media platforms, we'll be able to get in more number of people. We'll be able to get what are the more number of potential customers. So people will be knowing regarding our brands, our products, our service, whatever we are offering to them, what are the offers which we are having for them, and what kind of are actually the people who are actually needing this particular product. So we'll be able to reach all these kinds of people through social media platforms. That is exactly nothing but we'll be able to get more reach, more relevant reach actually through social media marketing rather than the traditional marketing strategies which we usually follow in the normal business scenario, right? And also, social media marketing is a mean to share the organization mission, vision, and core values to your audience. So maybe if you're actually running a business, your business will be having a mission and core value based on the business you're actually doing. So if you're actually doing a car manufacturing company, you'll be having a byline and all those things, right? So you'll be able to share all those values, all the strengths, what are the business model you're doing, what is the kind of value you are trying to keep in by doing the business, all those things, right? So if you're actually considering a real-time scenario, so Tesla is actually an electric car manufacturing company, right? They run on electric fuel and not on the traditional fossil fuels, which is actually harmful for the environment. So they're having their mission based on their business, which you're doing. That is nothing but to accelerate the world's transition to more economical fuel or eco-friendly fuel. So these are the main core values or the mission of Tesla. So based on your business, what kind of business are you doing? So anyway, whatever kind of business you're doing, we'll be able to make use of social media marketing, right? So respective of all those things, we'll be able to make use of social media marketing. But based on your business, you should be having this kind of mission and core values respective of which kind of business you're doing. So based on the business, you'll be able to share all those ideologies, what are the kind of beliefs and what are the kind of values which you actually give value to or give importance to. So you will be able to share all those things as well through your social media accounts, and people will be actually interested to know regarding all those things, right? And if people are actually liking your value, they'll be able to interested or keen to know more about your company, more about your products which you're offering, and what are the values which you're keeping, what are the kind of service which you're offering to them, and how are they going to be benefiting out of the products which they're actually offering to them. All those things people will be coming to know, right? So it is actually the most easiest mode of communication or easiest mode of marketing on your products and services to your potential customers, not just your existing customers but also for your potential customers. And social media marketing is now facing the transition, right? So basically it used to be a completely fun and entertainment zone. That's nothing but people used to share their stuff, share their videos, share their images and all those things for fun and entertainment purpose. But that is not the case right now. Now the business opportunities in the social media platforms are tremendous. E-commerce, e-platforms, digital platforms, and online portals are growing on daily basis, right? So we'll be able to see that potential. We know that the transition is happening from just being a fun and entertainment zone. This is actually a business platform right now. So we'll not only be able to promote our business, but also we'll be able to give a fun and entertainment zone to our customers as well through our social media platforms. That is nothing but social media platforms are actually transiting, or transition is actually happening from this fun and entertainment zone completely, which is used to be like that in the previous scenario, but now it is not like that. Actually the transition is happening from that to a business model or to a business opportunity as well. So that is the kind of importance, or that is the kind of level in which social media marketing is having the influence on our customers or on our targeted people whom will we be able to benefit out of. And by buying our product or by buying or by using our particular services, they'll be able to get benefit, right? That's exactly what we are trying to do. So by implementing or by making them benefit out of our products or services, we'll be directly getting benefited. So we'll be able to get all those things sorted using social media marketing. And next comes data analytics tools enables us to evaluate the performance of our contents on social media platforms. So if you're actually following your traditional marketing methodologies, like having a video telecast on the TV channels and news channels, or having the boards, billboards, or posters or banners, we'll not be having any idea on how the ad actually worked. We'll be promoting, or we'll be making sure that these kind of things are being made visible. But are we having any idea on how effective was it? Did the actual people who wanted to buy the product did actually like it? Or were we able to get more promotions or make more conversions out of all those promotions which we actually did? So we are having no idea on all those things. So we'll not be able to understand how well the marketing strategy performed by performing or by following the traditional marketing methodologies. But That's not the case if you're following social media marketing. In social media marketing, we'll be able to know how exactly the ad or how exactly the marketing campaign performed. How many customers were they able to get reached to? How many people actually saw our ad or our digital marketing campaign? So how many people liked the post? How many people viewed the post? How many people shared the post? How many people commented on the post? And what are the comments which we got on our post? We'll be able to get on all these things, right? And after seeing our ad or seeing our post, did the actual customers like to continue keep on watching, or were they just jump from one video to another as they scroll through the social media platforms? So we'll be able to know the engagement rate. We'll be able to know how many number of people are actually interested in buying a product. Not only that, we'll also be able to get to know regarding the conversion rates. So by watching this particular post or this particular ad on social media marketing platforms, how many number of people are actually took the effort or took the initial steps to move forward and buy the product? So were there any such initiatives which was done from the customer's end? All of those things we'll be able to see in detail in social media marketing platforms, right? So if you're actually following the traditional marketing platforms or traditional marketing methodologies, we will not be having any of these analytics tools. But that is not the case for social media marketing. And also the expenses of conducting social media marketing is way cheaper than the traditional marketing methodologies. If you're actually trying to spend some amount of money on traditional methodologies or traditional marketing methodologies, the amount of money would be huge. Just imagine how much amount would you be willing to spend for a TV ad of 30 seconds. It will be hefty. It will be really hefty. You can't even imagine the number of or the amount of cost which would be incurring in order to do that. In order to get the poster done, in order to get the billboards done, you need to be paying for the space, you need to be paying for the poster, you need to be paying for the labor charges to get that particular thing done, and you need to be making all the necessary precautions as well. All these are going to cost you a lot, but that is not the case for social media marketing. The kind of expense that is incurring in social media marketing or social media platforms is very, very negligible when compared to the traditional marketing methodologies which we used to follow. And coming to the last point, it enables us to employ several social media marketing strategies and tactics to promote our content and bring in more conversion rates. So here we'll be able to follow several tactics. We'll be able to follow different approaches. What are the methodologies or what are the strategies that we'll be able to follow or implement in order to get more number of conversions, right? So we'll be able to get a more idea on that. Based on the analytics, we'll not only be able to evaluate the performance, but also we'll be able to know what all kinds of posts or what of related contents are the people are actually liking. So basically the customers or the targeted customers need to be watching your content. So what all kinds are actually they liking? What all types of contents do they actually need to see? And what are the expectations? So we'll be able to make a study through our analytics tool which social media platforms are offering. Through them, we'll be able to understand that what all are the trends going on in the present scenario and what all contents are the actual people viewing and would like to view in the future as well. So based on this, we'll be able to have an approach based on that. So we'll be able to study on the market, we'll be able to update on the current trends, and we'll be able to get more number of inputs from the social media strategy or social media platforms as well. They'll be giving you or they'll be giving us certain inputs. Do you want to do this? Do you want to perform this? Do you want to have this kind of approach? Would you like to implement this kind of marketing strategy? Social media platforms are also going to ask you this many questions so that it is going to be much easier for you. It is going to be helping you or aiding you in order to how to conduct the social media marketing in the right way. So this is exactly why you need to be conducting social media marketing and why the shift or why the transition is happening from the traditional marketing methodologies to social media marketing strategies, right? So we have actually had a brief overview on what exactly is social media marketing. So coming to the 5 pillars of social media marketing. So by now we have understood what exactly is social media marketing, and thereby knowing that we have laid the firm foundation on that. So we are having a firm foundation on social media marketing, and now is the time to build upon this foundation. So in order to build the foundation, here we are having 5 pillars which would give you strength to the structure of your marketing campaign. So in social media marketing, when the times goes bad, where struck badly or business goes down on all these things, here these 5 pillars would be enabling you to perform well even when the things are tending to go bad or tending to go wrong. So these pillars will be giving you a structural strength to your marketing campaign, which would be of great help for you guys. So coming to the 5 pillars. So the 5 pillars which I have recommended here are strategy, planning and publishing, monitoring, analytics, and finally coming with advertisements. So these are the 5 pillars which I would like to recommend for you guys to follow while you're running or implementing your social media marketing campaigns. So starting off with strategy. Strategy is actually nothing but we need to be having a strategy, right? We need to be implementing some things based on some strategies and tactics which we actually talked about earlier. So based on that, we need to be having or we need to be defining our strategy. What is exactly our strategy based on? And why are we actually conducting or following or moving forward with this kind of strategy? All those things can be dealt with in the first pillar, that is strategy. Then we need to be moving on with planning and publishing. So without planning, nothing can be conducted or nothing can be implemented, right? So failing to plan is planning to fail. So keep that always in your mind and have a particular plan in with you so that you'll be able to perform, you'll be able to plan, and you'll be able to implement according to the plan which you're actually having, so that you'll be able to run your campaign, run your digital marketing campaign, and bring in whatever you're actually trying to implement by connecting all those things. So you need to be having a stern plan, firm plan, right? And then it's all about publishing or sharing your contents on social media marketing. So here we'll be talking about the publishing as well. So how should we publish? When should we publish? What are the things that we should be keeping in our mind while we are publishing our content on our social media platforms? So that's exactly what we'll be talking in the second pillar. That is nothing but planning and publishing. Next comes monitoring. So in monitoring, we'll be going through all the posts, going through our performance. So how is it being running? So digital marketing campaign which you're actually running on our social media platforms, is it actually getting the number of reach? So where are we in the first day? Where are we in the second day? Where are we in the third day? So if your digital marketing campaign is running for a week, you need to be knowing what is the kind of peak performance which is happening, on which date is happening, and in each of these days, what is the time it is happening, and what are the kind of customers who are coming, all those things, right? So we need to be monitoring on all those things. So only then we will be able to come up with new ideas and implement new strategies, and we'll be able to bring in more business which would be more attractive and convincing for our customers. Then comes analytics. So after conducting a social media marketing campaign, we need to be evaluating the performance. How did it go? How many number of people actually view the content, and how many people actually showed interest in buying our content or buying our product or services which you're offering? So initially we had a brief talk on analytics as well while understanding more about social media marketing. So we actually saw on that, but in detail on analytics we'll be seeing here on the 5 pillars. That is our fourth pillar, right? After analytics, we'll be moving on to advertisements. So apart from simply sharing our content on social media platform, we'll be able to pay for our contents and get more number of reach to our content which we would like to be shared with more number of people rather than the people who are actually following us. We would be liking to share our contents with more number of people. Then we'll be able to accommodate advertisements as well. So these are the 5 pillars which I would be talking to you on the social media marketing 5 pillars, right? So coming on to all these things one by one.
Starting off with our first pillar of social media marketing, which is nothing but strategy. In strategy, we should be defining our goal. We should be knowing what our goal is. And we should be having a thorough understanding on what our objective is. What are we aiming to achieve at the end of the social media marketing campaign? So anyway, we'll not be performing anything for no reason, right? So whatever we perform, whatever we do, we will be having some sole aim and after doing the particular thing, right? So we should be knowing or we should be getting this particular thing done by doing this. So that is the whole purpose of doing it, right? So we should be understanding what is the purpose of conducting this social media marketing campaign. So only then we'll be able to understand what is to be done, where are we right now, and what are the future steps that we need to be taking in order to achieve that particular purpose. So in order to get that particular thing done, we should be having a plan. We should be having that particular strategy wherein which we'll be knowing what is to be done. We should be definitely understanding the goal first. What is the objective and what is the sole purpose of conducting this particular social media marketing? So that is the first thing, or that is the first pillar that we'll be knowing in strategy. That is nothing but defining a strategy. And then we should be finalizing the social media platform wherein which we'll be delivering our content. So anyways, in social media marketing platform, we'll be doing social media marketing through social media platforms, right? So there and all, we'll be delivering contents. So whatever the content be, we'll be delivering it. So then we should be knowing in which platforms are we trying to deliver the content. So only then we'll be able to prepare the content based on the platform wherein which we'll be delivering the content. So for example, in social media platforms like YouTube, you will be able to deliver contents as videos, right? So in YouTube, you will be able to post 1 minute video, 5 minute video, 10 minute video, let it be even hour duration video. So all those things can be made possible while we are implementing our content on social media platform YouTube. So we'll be able to know that it is a video that we should be purposing on this particular platform, and the duration can be varying from this many to this many. So, but that is not the case while we are posting any content on any other social media platform like WhatsApp or Instagram. There and all, we have time limitation. We'll not be able to post hour long content in social media platforms like Instagram. And even if you're doing that, like, we are posting content which is of very long duration, the content will not be, people will not be watching the content because it is delivered in the platform Instagram, and people will be simply scrolling through the contents, and it is just reels that has been trending on the platform Instagram. So we should be first deciding on which is the platform which we are planning to post our content on. So only then we will be able to know what kind of content can be posted, and where it can be posted and how it can be developed. And next comes, we should be deciding what type of content are you trying to share. So anyway, based on our business, all the contents will be posted based on our business, right? So whatever business you're doing, whatever area are you coming under, or whatever sector do you belong to, so based on all these only, the contents will be categorized, right? So based on our business, all the contents will be categorized. But even then, we need to be knowing what is the type of content which we are delivering. Is it an image? Is it a reel? Or is it something of a duration of long video? So all these things can be manipulated or can be managed only by knowing this. So initially, we should be having all these strategies formulated so that we'll be knowing on what is to be done, how it is to be done, and which is the platform that we'll be delivering our contents on to our audience or to our customers or to our potential customers. And we should also be knowing what is the type of content which we are actually delivering to them through our social media platforms. Coming to our second pillar of social media marketing, which is nothing but planning and publishing. As always, while doing something, we need to be having a plan, and we need to be acting on that particular plan in order to achieve whatever we require. And in social media marketing, after planning, we should be implementing. So implementing is actually nothing but making the content and then publishing it. So that's exactly what the second pillar is all about. That is nothing but planning and publishing. If you remember, in the first pillar, we saw strategy. In strategy, we already decided upon which is the right platform that we should be making use of or we should be following, so that we are sharing our contents to our audience through that particular platform. So initially we had decided upon which is the platform that we are to be using in order to promote or share our contents to our audience, our viewers, or our potential customers. So right after deciding that, in this particular pillar, we need to be knowing what is the type of content that you are actually planning to share with your audience through your social media platform. So it can be based on the social media platform which you're actually taken in order to do so. So for example, based on all the social media, so we'll be having an idea on what is the type of content that we would like to share with them, right? So for example, if you're sharing as just an image, you can just share it anywhere, right? So you can share through WhatsApp, you can share through Instagram, and you can share through Snapchat on all those social media platforms. And even Pinterest will be able to showcase our things. So what if you're actually trying to showcase your thoughts through videos? So you can do that in WhatsApp, you can do that in Instagram, you can do that in YouTube as well. So there are social media platforms in which we are being enabled to perform all those things. But even there, we're having certain specifications. So what if the video is of a duration of 10 to 15 to maybe maximum 1 hour? So all those videos which is of that much duration can't be shared across to your audience through Instagram or through WhatsApp, right? So in order to get that particular thing done, you need to be more focusing on YouTube. That is the platform where you need to be posting a video which is of the duration of 1 hour, right? So based on the platform which you have decided, you need to be deciding your content. What is the type of content that you need to be sharing with your audience? Is it an image? Is it a video? Is it just an animation, or is it just a GIF? And depending upon that, you can choose your platform, and depending upon your platform, you need to be focused on the type of content which you're actually sharing with your audience, so that you'll be getting more conversion rates or more brand awareness, more promotions, and all those things can be sorted by social media marketing, right? So based on your platform and based on your content, you need to be focusing on that. And next comes posting your content during the peak time. This is one of the most important things that you should be keeping in mind. So based on your content or based on your category which you're actually belonging to, you need to be making sure, irrespective of which category you're actually working on, which category your post belongs to, irrespective of all those things. So make sure that while you're posting your content through your social media marketing platform, make sure that you're doing that in the peak time, so that you'll be getting more engagements, more interactions, and more reach to your relevant audience within that peak time, right? Because in the peak time, more number of users will be active, and when more number of users are active, you will be able to get more reach in lesser duration, right? And if you're able to get more reach in lesser duration, the platform's algorithm will be finding out as your content as a quality content, because you're getting more number of reach, more number of interactions, more number of engagements within a short period of time. So if you're able to achieve that, whichever platform you're working on, that platform's algorithm will be finding your content or your post which you actually shared through your platform or through your account. They'll be finding as a quality content, and they'll be even promoting that more, so that they're actually knowing that this is of quality content and people are actually liking it, and people actually love to watch this content, and they're actually interacting with those contents. So people will be finding out, or the algorithm will be finding out, that this is of quality content, and they will be promoting your content even more to more people, right? So that is exactly why I'm asking you to share your contents during the peak time. So for example, if your business or if your sector in which you are actually working is belonging to official, is if it's a business, you can, based on your business, you can do that in the morning shift, whenever the official timings are starting and people will be checking their social media accounts and all those things. So you can do it in the beginning, then you can do it in the beginning of the day itself. And if it is just for a fun purpose, entertainment purpose, then you can just wait in the day, and then you can post your contents in the towards the evening when all the works are settled and people are free, people are just trying to get relaxed and all those things, and you can post your content on that particular period of time, by the end of the day, right? So whenever it is peak for you, for your platform in which you're actually working on, and for your contents which you're actually sharing about, so who are the kind of people you are actually targeting upon, based on all of these things, we'll be able to decide our peak time. And find out the peak time and share your contents during that peak time, so that you'll be getting more number of engagements within a shorter period of time, which will make the algorithm think that your content is of high quality and people are actually liking your content, and they're actually wanting to see more of your content as well. So this image can be conveyed to your algorithm, so that you'll be getting more number of reach. And next comes, post your content on social media platforms at regular intervals. So this is also one thing that we should be making a note on, because whenever you're sharing your content, make sure that you're posting it on regular basis. So just one day you thought about one thing, and you posted it, and then you stopped posting your contents on your social media platform, so that people will be knowing that this is a person's account, or this is a company's account, or this is just a profile where in which we'll not be getting frequent quality content. So people are actually needing frequent quality content, and people will be following you only when they're actually having to get more number of quality content from your end on a regular basis, right? So if you're actually not posting your content on regular basis and your account is not that much active, they'll not be interested in following you and watching your contents. So make sure that you're actually having a plan. What are the types of contents that you have to be delivering in this particular week or in this particular month? Have a plan on that, and make sure that you're delivering your contents on regular intervals, maybe daily once, maybe weekly twice, maybe weekly once. So based on your business, based on your sector, based on the content which you want to share, you can have a fixed timing on that. So you can have a fixed timing, but make sure that whenever you're doing, do that on a regular basis, and don't just post frequently for some time and then stop doing it. So whenever you're making sure, or whenever you're trying to share your content on social media, make sure that you are actually doing on a certain basis, that is, you're frequently posting on a regular interval of time. Next comes monitoring. So monitoring is actually an important task which we need to be taking care of while we are having a presence in any social media platforms, because while monitoring, we'll be able to come across a lot of things. We'll be able to learn new things, how things are actually happening in all the social media marketing platforms, and how things are getting done, and what are the kind of trends which is going on right now. So by monitoring and by observing and by analyzing on all those things, we'll be able to get more number of input by just watching, by just analyzing, or by just observing whatever is actually going through, right? So we'll be able to learn a lot of things, and we will be able to analyze and then try implementing what you feel is best for your content, what you feel is actually best for you, for your business, for your profile, or whatever you're actually seeking for. So understand by monitoring, by learning from others. So if you're actually into business, just see your competitors page. How well are they performing? What are the types of contents which they are actually putting in, so that they are getting more number of reach, more number of likes, and more number of purchases or conversion rates? So are they doing that? If they are doing, how are they doing that? And what are the types of contents they're sharing? And what are the type of engagements that they are able to get? Right. So we should be understanding on all those things while you're actually enabling the presence on social media platforms, so that you'll be able to market regarding your brand, your products, your service, and related stuffs through social media marketing platforms, right? So that is one thing that we need to be making sure. Then comes
As your profile grows, it becomes more difficult to monitor what's actually happening around. So initially, while you create your platform or while you create your profile on a social media platform, you'll be having a count on number of viewers, number of likes, number of followers, and all those things, right? And we'll even be able to look at the number of people and the actual people who actually were interested in our content, right? So we'll be actually going through each of them. Who are they? What are they doing? What are the designation? Or what are they working in? All those things we'll be able to know because our profile has just been introduced to the social media platforms, and the number of reach which we are getting is just growing. It is just in the initial phase or nascent phase. So we'll be knowing or we'll be having the ability to go through each of our customers, number of views, who are the people who actually viewed, what are the types of contents they viewed. So individually on one-on-one basis, we'll be able to check up on that. But as soon as your profile grows, you'll not be able to do that very easily because your followers have been growing so rapidly. The number of likes which you have got is increasing so rapidly. The number of comments which you're sharing or which you're getting is increasing rapidly. All those things keeps on increasing and should be increasing, right? So that is exactly what we require. So we need all those things to be going high. So while making that in a higher position, we need to be managing all those things, right? So even then, we'll not be able to focus on each of the customers. What are the response which we're getting by each of them? So we'll not be able to do that, or we'll not be knowing that sometimes. So even then, we should be able to manage. We should be able to monitor all those activities. We should not be even missing out one single customer who was criticizing us or even promoting us. So all those things need to be monitored. And as your profile is growing, as the number of viewers or number of followers, the number of likes are getting increased, we need to be taking much more effort to make sure that we are actually monitoring our social media platform and understanding what is actually going around. Who are the people who are talking about us? And what is the competitors doing? What are the competitors doing and how are they doing it? So how well are they doing it and are we in par with them? Are we ahead of them or are we just way behind? So we need to be having a lot of inputs on that as well. So that is exactly what we mean by monitoring. And then comes people can comment on your post, tag you in their post, directly message to you in your social media accounts, and then they can also talk about your brand or your organization without even letting you know as well. So we need to be understanding all these things. So even when they're actually not tagging you, they might be talking about you. So all those things we need to be knowing, right? Only then we will be able to perform well. So there might be people who are actually tagged us in their comments or in our comments or in their post. So we need to be going to each of the tags. We should be knowing what are they talking about. Are they liking our content? Do they want to convey something to us? So we should be having something on that particular end as well because the tags are all coming because they actually want to convey something. Maybe they bought our items or maybe they bought our products. So that is why they just wanted to share through social media platforms and they tagged us. So maybe that is the reason. Maybe they want to raise a concern. Maybe that is the reason. So based on all these things, there are several factors through which people will be able to talk regarding us. Okay, so we need to be understanding. So they might be coming to us in the directly and they'll be messaging us. So we need to be responding. So people will be more engaging and people will be like, okay, fine, I am getting a response through social media and this brand is trustable. So I am getting a response. So whatever concern I am raising, I'm getting some response for that. People will be happy. And if you're actually responding to their comments in our post or in their posts, they'll be knowing that okay, fine, they recognize me. This particular brand recognize me even when they actually don't know me. So they are valuing their customers. So we'll be able to create that kind of sensation to our customers and we'll be able to make them as our loyal customers by doing these simple steps or simple actions. So we should be making sure that we are making a track on that. We are monitoring all those things. What are the comments which we were getting? How are the number of tags which we were getting? Are people messaging us? Are we responding to it? We should be responding to it. And are there any criticisms which is being made on the social media platforms even without letting us know? So sometimes people will be talking about our products without tagging us or without mentioning us. So even then we need to be finding out what are the issues, right? So we need to be having complete monitoring across social media platforms so that we will be knowing what is the kind of communication or what are the talks going about and are they talking about our brand. So all those things we should be monitoring. And then comes if people are praising about your firm, you can thank them. And if people are criticizing, You can jump before things get even worse. So these are the two things which can happen, right? Sometimes people can be praising about our firm, praising about our service which we are actually offering to our customers. So maybe our products are very good, they were completely satisfied and completely happy by our using our product. Then they'll be praising about our product and our company, our firm, and we'll be able to create a brand awareness, by them. So they are actually promoting our products for free. So that is how we'll be able to get out from our customers through social media marketing platforms, right? So we should be knowing that, okay, fine, this particular customer is actually liking our product and they love to use our product and they're actually sharing it in the social media platforms through their social media accounts. So that is a marketing opportunity for us, right? So even then, there we can jump in and thank them for sharing their thoughts, their views, or their opinions about our product or service or about our brand through their social media platform. So we can thank them directly through their post. We can comment on their post and then let them know that, okay, fine, we're actually watching you. We actually appreciate your effort to share your valuable feedback, and we try to deliver this kind of quality service even in the coming times as well. So you can just give some response to their comments as well, right? So that is how you'll be able to engage. What if the things are other way around? What if people actually didn't like our product, there was some issue with the product, or what if the kind of service which they got were completely not tolerable? So there we should be jumping in soon so that things can get even worse there. So before things go get worse, we should be jumping in, we should be making note on what is the issue there, why are they criticizing us, and are there any problem which the customer is facing from our end. So will we be able to create more or better solution? So if that is the case, we should be directly mentioning that, okay, fine, we really apologize for this kind of service which we have offered, and this is actually unacceptable, and we regretted it, and we actually make sure that this things doesn't happen in the future. And here is a new product for you, here is a replacement for you, or here is a discount for you, and you can. So whatever the solution is, you can share in the social media platform also, so that everyone is actually getting to know regarding this. So whenever you're actually buying a product from our brand, and if the customer is facing an issue, we are actually addressing to them, right? So no product is actually pucka perfect. There can be some errors here and there, that is completely acceptable. So even then, if you're actually facing that, the kind of response or kind of feedback that you'll be getting will be immense. You accepted that there is an issue with it, and we're completely sorry for that, and here is a completely brand new product for you. So if you're actually able to do that, or if you're actually come up with a better solution in that particular case, the customer will be happy, and all the other people who are actually seeing this will be knowing that this particular product can be bought blindly without actually looking into any matter. Because if you come across any error or any situation where you are not satisfied with the product, the company is actually offering you a better solution for that. So that is the kind of image that we'll be able to get in to our customers by following these methodologies. Coming to our next pillar, which is nothing but analytics. Analytics is actually a great feature which social media marketing or social media platforms are offering to us. So if you're actually following the traditional or conventional methodologies of marketing, which is nothing but showcasing your ads through TV channels, pasting your ads or billboards in the common advertising space, and using brochures or flyers and giving posters to all the customers which you see on road. So all those things are the conventional or traditional methodologies of marketing. Here and all, we'll not be able to get analytics. We don't have any tool to get the analytics. How many people liked our content? How many people actually bought our content through by seeing this particular ad, or by seeing this particular poster, or seeing this particular billboard? So we'll not be able to get to know anything through this conventional methodologies of marketing. We can just share and create awareness, and the kind of amount that you need to be spending on all these things are very huge. So that is not an easy thing. Even the amount of money which you need to be spending is high, and also you are not having any evaluation strategies or methodologies. In order to get at least some evaluation done, or to have some analyzing done on how effective was your campaign, you need to conduct surveys, so that only then you will be able to know how well did they perform, how well was the customers taking it up. So you need to be going to customers, you need to be taking their surveys, asking them questions, and all of them are tiresome activities, right? Tiresome procedures, or it's a hideous task. You need to be going around all those customers, and that will not even give you an accurate result. Maybe that is a false result, Maybe that is the kind of response that you are getting only from the short group of people who we actually used in this examination. So that can't be actually trusted upon completely or blindly. But that is not the case of social media marketing or social media platforms. We are having specific analyzing tools which will enable us to know how much are we actually attaining. We'll be able to evaluate how much reach did we get, who all viewed our content, and what was the retention rate, how many people spent how much time in seeing a particular ad or marketing campaign, how much was the conversion rate. So by seeing this particular ad, how many customers actually bought the product. So regarding all these things, we will be able to have a clear idea by using this social media marketing or digital marketing methods. So that is exactly nothing but we'll be able to get ourselves to know where we stand, how well are we performing. So while performing or while conducting these marketing campaigns, we should be actually getting more number of reach day by day, right? So as you have done one particular campaign right now, and next month or next week you're actually conducting or planning to conduct a new campaign. So in order to get that particular campaign to a better area or better scenario, you need to understand how well did your initial campaign perform. Was it really good? What are the feedbacks that you got from your customers? And what are the things that you will be able to improve from this initial campaign? So all those things you'll be able to implement in the future campaigns as well. So we'll be having a learning effect by using social media marketing. We'll be able to analyze our performance and evaluate ourselves, understand where we stand, understand our performance or presence in the social media marketing platforms. So all those things we'll be able to understand. And then comes check if the audience are actually engaging with your contents which you share across. Right? So here we'll be able to know how many people are engaging, how many people like our content, how many people are following this particular content, how many people are actually resharing our content. So when people are actually resharing the contents which we share to them through our social media platforms, we not only know that they actually like the product, but they also want to reshare our particular content which we shared to their connections or to their contacts as well, because they find that much valuable or value in this particular content which we share, and they want this particular content to be shared to more number of people because they actually loved it. So that should be the kind of response that we should be getting. So we'll be able to know that. We'll be able to understand how much engagements did we get right now. And by getting this much engagement in this particular marketing campaign, what is the kind of engagements that you're actually aiming at in your next campaign? So you'll be having a target and goal, right? So you'll be able to plan accordingly. You'll be able to know where we stand, how much is the growth, how much views are we getting day by day, and how was the increase going, how is the growth rate. And based on all those things, we'll be able to predict or we'll be able to target or rightly target, I say. We'll be able to rightly target what should be the reach or what should be the engagement rates which should be coming in the future digital marketing campaigns as well, which we are running through our social media marketing platforms. And not only that, we should be knowing how many people are actually talking about our product on social media platforms. We already talked about monitoring, right? So in monitoring, we told exactly the same thing. How we'll be able to analyze or how we'll be able to know that who are talking about our product. That is also an analytical tool, right? That is a tool which will be able to know how many number of people are talking about our product. So when more number of people are actually engaging with our content or watching our content or sharing our content, our particular content are getting viral. More number of people are coming in, more number of reach we are getting to the particular content, and more number of people are actually liking our particular content. So in YouTube, we say that this video is actually trending, trending one, trending two. We can see the ranking system given to trending videos, right? So similar to that, we'll be able to understand each and everything by performing marketing campaign through social media platforms. So we'll be able to get direct results, evaluate ourselves, and know where you actually stand and understand what is the presence or influence that you are able to create to your customers by using social media marketing. Coming to our last pillar of social media marketing, advertising. So it is very obvious that we will be able to share our contents or whatever we need to share to our potential customers or to our audience. We can do that through our social media accounts, right? So we can simply post or publish our contents so that viewers, audience, or customers, or all the people who are actually following us will be able to see whatever we are sharing to them. So that is actually possible and that is actually simple and like we do normally. Apart from that, we'll also be able to do advertising. We'll be able to sponsor some content so that our contents will be delivered to the customers or to the audience who are not following us, who are not actually knowing about us. So even to them, we'll be able to promote our content too. So for example, if you are scrolling through Instagram, at times you have seen some post ads or some videos where in which we are seeing a labeled sponsored. It simply means that that particular video or that particular content has been shown to you because not simply because you follow them, but because it is actually a paid promotion. They are actually paid for the particular content to be showcased to a lot many number of people who satisfy these many categories or filters. So if you fit into that filters, they can be showing their content which they actually paid for in your profile as well while you scroll down. That is how you are seeing sponsored content on Instagram. Similar to this, if you're watching any video in YouTube, while watching the video in between, you are seeing certain ads, right? Some can be skipped, some cannot be skipped. Some are 5-second ads which cannot be skipped, right? So there are different types of ads or advertisements that we'll be able to promote or we'll be able to enable in social media platforms. And this is actually a feature which is offered to us to make use of. So by following this, we'll be able to get more number of reach to more number of people who are actually not aware of us, who actually don't follow us. So to that particular people, we'll be able to showcase our content too. And one of the main advantage of advertising in social media platform is that we'll be able to target our audience. So we'll be able to give certain filters like, you need to be showcasing this particular content to the people who are actually belonging to this particular range of age. They should be located in this particular location or this particular area. They should be of sex male or female, whether you want male or whether you want female, you can mention that, or whether you want both of them to be seen, this particular post, you can mention that as well. And if you require any other certain filters apart from this, you may even add that as well. And this particular content will be shared to only those particular people who are actually satisfying all these filters which you actually give. So if you gave the filter as the age should be ranging from 20 to 30 at the location of India, and the audience can be male or female, whether you give both. So if I am falling under this particular category that I am of the age 25 or 20 in the gap of 20 to 30, and I am located in India, and I am a male. So I fill into that particular category, right? So this particular ad can be shown to me while I am using that particular social media platform. So if so, I am a particular fit for this particular ad to be showcased to. And that is how they target this particular audience so that whoever satisfy these many features or these many categories or these many conditions, all those people will be showcased to this particular content. So that is how promotions are made, or that is how advertisements are made. There are different types of advertisements. You can use Google ads, and there we can use pay per click, and there are a lot many strategies in which you can pay for the promotions that you're actually following. It can be pay per click, it can be based on the number of conversions you're getting, and many more, right? So these are the various opportunities that we are having in social media marketing. That is also nothing but we can post our contents as normal as we do, like you can publish it in our account. Apart from that, we can also promote advertisement. We can pay for that, we can get sponsorship, or we can get more number of people watch our content by promoting our content as advertisements. Advertising enables us to automate the process and give you relevant suggestions as well. This is one of the main advantage of having social media marketing and especially in advertisements. So if you want to run this a particular ad from this particular day to this particular day, maybe from the beginning of this particular month till the end of this particular month, okay, if that is the kind of advertisement or that is the kind of campaign duration which you're actually planning to implement, then you can automate the process. You can mention or you can give that particular indication to that particular software which are actually taking care of, and you can mention that the advertisement should go live from this date, this time, till this date, till this time. So you can mention that, and at that particular point of time, the advertisements will get live. And sometimes you might not be available at that particular point of time when the ad should be running, ad should be starting. So, irrespective of all those things, even if you're not available, you can preset it. You can give all the instructions, you can give all the filters, you can give all the details, and you can mention the time. What's the time it should be starting? What is the time, or what is the date it should be starting? And till what time it should be starting, and what is the frequency in which you actually would like to have this particular ad coming up. All such details can be implemented or can be inputted, and based on your input, the advertisement can be running, so the complete process can be automated. And if you're actually a person who don't know how to run an ad or how to run an advertisement, you have no idea what are the filters, how much easy it is, how much difficult it is, you're completely new. Even then, this is not a big deal because it automatically gives you suggestions as well. So in filters itself, it asks you who are the targeted audience you're actually looking for. What kind of people are you looking for? So maybe you want to specify that this particular person should be watching the video who is of this particular age, this location, and he or she should be having this particular tendency to buy particular things, and he should have seen this same product of different brands, or you have at least come to your site once, so maybe your recent visitors. So if you're having any such demands or constraints or filters, they're actually popping it up to you so that you can read through those and just click or tick wherever you want the particular filters to be added. So it is as simple as that. So even if you don't know how to run a campaign or how to advertise, it actually automates the process for you. It actually helps you. It actually asks you how to get it done. So it is simple as that, and it is also more effective for you that not only the people who are actually following you, but also the ones who are actually not aware of your brand, aware of your product. Even then, to them also these particular ads, these particular contents can be shared with.
Now let's look into our last topic for this course on social media marketing, which is nothing but social media marketing strategies. So in strategies, that is exactly in social media marketing strategies, we are having 6 topics. That is nothing but create a personalized experience, build a community for your audience, employ brand advocates, cross-channel campaigns, storytelling session, and employing chatbots. So these are the 6 strategies which I have put forward for you so that you can run your marketing campaign on your social media platforms in a more effective manner. Let's dive deeper into each of these topics one by one, and let's see what exactly these things are. Starting off with our first strategy in social media marketing, which is nothing but creating a personalized experience to your audience. So, what all are the things which is coming under this particular strategy? Let's see on that. Enables you to break the traditional marketing strategies. I've already mentioned about the demerits and how well the marketing methodologies in traditional or conventional methodologies work, right? So when compared to that, we know that definitely social media marketing or digital marketing as a whole has put a lot of features and advantages to the ones who needs to market their products, bring in brand awareness or bring in more relevant audience, right? So we are able to deliver our contents to the right people effectively and efficiently by using social media marketing or any digital marketing methodologies. When compared to traditional marketing methodologies, as I've said before, we don't know how well it has performed, and the cost associated with these traditional marketing strategies are very huge. You need to come up with a design, you need to pay for the space, you need to pay for the poster, you need to pay huge amount for running this particular ad on any television channel. So the cost associated with traditional marketing strategies is very huge, right? So it is very huge, and the kind of response which we are getting is not known. We are not able to evaluate how well the campaign has running. Okay, all those things are there in traditional or conventional marketing strategies. But coming to digital marketing strategies or social media marketing strategies in specific, we know how effective it is, right? We'll be able to analyze, we'll be able to evaluate, we'll be able to understand where we stand, and we'll be able to know what is the kind of presence that we are able to create in the social media platforms. How well are we able to influence the people? All those things are coming into picture while we are able to perform well in the marketing strategies using social media platforms. And by creating a personalized experience, we'll be able to boost our sales because the customers are feeling that this particular ad or this particular post is dedicatedly made for me. This is because in social media marketing strategies or in social media platforms, we are able to deliver our contents to targeted audience. As I've said before, we are given the option to add in filters. We'll be able to group different people based on the different categories. So based on age, location, sex, their occupation, their locality, depending upon several factors, we'll be able to group them. And the contents which we actually dedicatedly made for them can be directly delivered to that particular group of customers or group of people. So we are not making a post or we are not making any content as a general, which can be shared for each and every one. So in that particular case, there is no much difference between the traditional or conventional methodologies which we follow, which we used to follow, right? So there is no much difference if you're following a generalized aspect or generalized approach to every customer. So by using this personalized experience, we'll be able to boost our sales. People will be feeling that, okay, fine. Maybe we have selected this particular audience because they have actually visited our page, they're actually showed interest in buying our product. Maybe they have actually seen similar products of different brands. So maybe because of that, we are actually targeting this particular person. So they'll be knowing that, okay, fine, this particular company knows that I'm looking for this particular product and they're actually showing it to me whenever I'm online or whenever I am looking for similar things. Out of nowhere, these things are popping up, right? So the customers will be feeling a more personalized experience and people will be tending to buy our product. So whenever they're looking for it, here we are. So if you're actually delivering our contents to the people at the wrong time, after buying it, so maybe the person actually bought the particular thing just now, and after that only we are approaching them with our content. So there will be no use. So whenever the customer is actually needing the particular product, and if you're actually pitching in at the right point of time, then the customer will be consulting or considering our product, whether to buy our product or not. So we'll be able to have a hold on all of these things. So it can boost our sales so that more number of people will be buying our product. And then comes this particular experience, that is personalized experience, can bring in more loyal customers. So not only by able to do this, we are getting no number of sales, but also loyal customers. For that, obviously, we need to be having a great product. Only then the customers will be happy or satisfied by using our product. But even then, when we're actually trying to offer a personalized experience to our audience, to our customers, to our potential customers, the kind of emotional attachment they're able to understand or able to grab through our company or share with our company will be very immense. And this particular feeling or this particular emotion or sentimental approach will be making them loyal to our brand. So that whenever they request something, they'll be approaching our brand and they'll be loyal or staying with our brand. So that we have got this particular loyal customer, and through him, we might even get more customers. Who knows, right? So these are all the various advantages that we'll be getting by personalized experience, by providing personalized experience to our customers. Even by employing chatbots, we'll be able to get personalized experience to our customers because when the customers are actually facing an issue, they'll be talking about that. So if the customer or the chatbot is actually replicating or reciprocating based on their concerns, they are okay with it, right? So if you're actually getting a generic response, they'll not be happy because they are having a particular concern, and if you're actually not addressing to that particular concern, the customer will not be happy. But chatbots also are able to address to those particular scenarios. So what is their concern is just by informing the chatbot that this is their concern, this is the issue which they're facing, and what is to be done, the chatbot will be able to analyze and will be able to carry forward the conversation with the particular customer. So by even employing a chatbot, we'll be able to get or create a personalized experience to our customers. Coming to the next one, which is nothing but building a community for your audience. So by bringing or building a community for your audience, we'll be able to interact with your audience. We'll be able to have engagements. We'll be able to share our ideas, thoughts, opinions, and we'll be able to get their feedback if we are actually maintaining
a healthy community within your audience. The kind of inputs that we will be able to bring in to our organization to improve our products, our services, or the way in which we are working. So we'll be able to get a lot many inputs from our valuable customers, which is nothing but our audience, right? So it is always better to create a community for each of them, so that by being a single community, we'll be able to interact. Even the audience within themselves will be able to interact. They'll be able to share their ideas, and it will be more social. Social media is actually about being social, right? So we'll be able to socialize with more people and have a value space, not just for us, but also for our audience as well. In your community, you will be able to ask questions to your audience. We'll be able to make them think on several aspects. If you want to share some idea, we can ask them whether this would be a nicer approach, or this would be a new feature, or would this feature addition would be better for the product or bad for the product. So if we are actually able to do that, we'll be able to have more interactions and engagements. And we can conduct polls, surveys, and all those things within the community to understand how the audience are actually receiving the changes, the approaches. We'll be able to share the news, ask them questions, ask them for their feedbacks. We'll be able to get more number of value to our organization, to our products, to improve our products, to deliver in a much better way. So we'll be able to take value and inputs from our audience itself, right? So that is also one of the main opportunity that we'll be able to get by bringing in or by building in a community for our audience. It will be helpful for us, and also it will be helpful for the people in the community to build their relationship and to interact with more people. And it creates a bond within the company and within the customers as well. And you can also use this community to share the news. Whatever is trending, you can talk about that. Whatever is happening, actually, I'm repeating, whatever is actually happening in a particular scenario, you can talk about that. What are the current trends going, and what are the new changes coming into picture? What are the current affairs? If there is anything going on trend, you can incorporate all those things to the betterment of your product. You need not always talk about your product, your service, your brand, your organization, and all those things. It need not be just confined to your brand or your organization or your business. This is a community. The community is to share your ideas, share your feelings, and you can bring in new topics which is of relevance. So what is on the trend right now? What are the current trends? What is the current scenario going like? What are the new innovations coming up? What are the new products coming up? How is the market going? What are the kind of social economic activities going on? You can talk about any relevant things which is currently up to date. So whatever is happening in the society around you, you can talk about that as well. So this platform or this community need not be just focusing on the product or on the organization, or to bring in more business to your economy, or to bring in more business to your company. You can do that, but apart from all those things, you can also bring in new elements that people don't feel overwhelmed. They can talk about new things and whatever is happening, and even they feel that they are getting updated by knowing all these things, right? So they'll be even more happy to join the community, to be part of the community, and also to be active in the community. So that is also one main thing. And as I've already said before, by doing all these things, we are being more social. We are actually interacting and engaging and knowing more about our customers, and the customers or the audience are actually getting to know each one of them, right? So who are the actual customers, and they are actually having a community. They are actually sharing their feelings, emotions, and we are actually building a bond. And by building a bond and by giving them an opportunity to interact within themselves and also with the organization, the customers will definitely be loyal and stay loyal. Coming to the third social media marketing strategy, which is nothing but employing brand advocates. We are already promoting our content, our products, or our service, which we're actually offering to our customers through social media platforms. So by doing that, we are able to get more reach, more customers, and we are also able to get more conversion rates. At the same time, why can't you also employ brand advocates? There are a lot many influencers around. There are a lot many affiliate marketers. They are actually marketing products for us. So why are we not employing them to work for us? The kind of influence these influencers and affiliate marketers are creating are immense. They'll be able to promote our content, whatever we want to share, in the right way to the right audience without much influence or without much intelligence or of our presence. So we'll be able to take care of that, and they'll be able to do that for you. So we need not completely focus on that. And obviously we need to be sharing our contents on our social media platforms. That is definitely required. Apart from that, we can also enable this kind of promotions which is coming from influencers and also the people who are actually having a lot of trust within the community. So you can bring in such persons to talk about your brand, talk about your products, or talk about the service which you're actually offering to them. While doing that, lay down your social media guidelines to them. So what are the kind of questions that they need to be addressing, and what are the kind of questions that they needs to be refraining from? So there will be some trade secrets or some trading methodologies that need not be shared with your audience or customers or to your other competitors. So there may be some things which needs to be kept confidential, right? So what are those things? And what are the things that needs to be shared? What are the things that needs to be focused on? What are the things that you actually needs to be promoting on? So lay the guidelines, make them aware what needs to be done and what need not to be done, and make them understand completely on all these things so that they'll be able to perform for you. They'll be able to bring in conversion rates, they'll be able to bring in business, and they'll be able to increase the brand awareness that we are having or we are trying to achieve in the social media marketing platforms. So lay down the guidelines and make them aware. At the same time, convey the best practices to be followed related to your business. So since you're actually running your own campaigns, you'll be knowing what are the trends, what are the kind of benefits which we are getting in, and what is the most effective way in order to get more reach to your customers, and what are the kind of activity that you need to be doing to get more engagements. So you'll be having a brief idea on that because you've already done that. Since you've already done that and you know what is to be done, ask them to follow something related to that so that they'll be able to have the right approach. Maybe they are having their own approach at the same time. Just mention that when we tried out these many things, this worked clicking for us. We were able to get more conversion rate by following this methodology. We were able to get more number of reach and more engagements by following these methods. So if there are such methods, just let them know and ask them to inculcate this if possible. So the influencers or the brand advocates will be having their own approaches or their own strategies. So respect that. At the same time, just keep them updated that this is done, this was the response, and if we follow this, this can be the response. So just let them know that these are the things that we did and this is the result which we got. Even then, they might be using their own strategies, which they're actually very famous for, right? So give them the chance and respect as well. Next is cross-channel campaigns. So as we have already told, we'll be promoting our content through our social media account in the social media platforms. That is exactly what we mean to do in social media marketing, right? So if you're following one kind of strategy or one kind of content or one kind of marketing campaign in one social media platform, and you see that this is actually happening and this is actually turning out to be good. So don't just refrain yourself or constrain yourself to that particular platform itself. You can have the same approach or the similar approach executed in a similar platform as well. Basically, if you're actually trying to do something in a platform, why don't you try it out in a different platform like Instagram or LinkedIn? Maybe by adding some element changes. You don't exactly need to be replicating it, but just by adding few changes or by following a similar approach, you will be able to have a similar campaign which is beneficial for your business and to your customers by running the similar campaign in different platforms as well. So you can do that. You can make use of the same strategy, same approach in different platforms so that more number of customers will be getting to know regarding your products and what kind of business you are into. And in that particular social media platform, you will be able to enhance your vision. At the same time, you can also reach out to people in a completely different platform as well, which is focused on completely different targeted audience as well. So the kind of approach can be similar, but even then you can get more benefit by just running the same ad campaign or by running the same promotional campaign or marketing campaign in different platforms as well. If you're actually sharing something on different platform, and if you would like the customers to visit to your page or to your marketing campaign which is being dealt with or which is being run at a different platform, make sure that you're sharing the link to that particular area or that particular page so that people will be tending to know more about that particular thing and they'll be clicking on that particular link and they'll be reaching to the page which you're actually running the show. So maybe that may be your social media marketing page, that may be your website, that may be your product site, that can be anything. So whatever are you focused on, you can share that link as well, so that people will be tending to click on that link and get redirected to wherever you want them to be. And then what we need to make sure that is that we need to be making it more interactive. We need to be making sure that it is a social media platform and people would like to have fun here. So make it interactive, make it more engaging, and make people think about something and give that spark within your customers, so that people will be having this thought whenever they request something. So whenever they are in need of some similar products, they'll be thinking of this. So right at this point of time when they're actually seeing this particular campaign, they might not be requiring it. But whenever they need it, there will be some point when they actually require this particular product or service, right? So even if they don't read it right now at this particular position or particular time, even when the time comes, they'll be thinking about, or they should be thinking about our product. So that is the success of running a marketing campaign. Even if you're not getting conversion rates initially, we should be getting conversion rates based on this campaign which you had run long back, even after some time as well. So that is the kind of spark that you should be giving to your customers just by watching or just by running through your marketing campaign. The next would be storytelling session. We always like to hear stories, right? Whenever someone is telling a story of an incident or anything which happened recently, we are completely listening to them. So that is because we would love to hear some stories, especially when it is based on a real incident, right? So we'll be tending to know more about that and we'll be liking to hear more about that. So the kind of experience that we are getting by listening to stories, that we'll be able to imagine, we'll be able to think of those particular things in whatever way which we like. So if we like things to be done in a perspective, we are actually seeing it in our perspective in which we actually like or we love to see. And maybe it would be different for a different person. And irrespective of which kind of person you are able to think or you're able to picturize all those things based on your interest. And definitely that is the reason why you will be able to like, and definitely that is one of the reason why you are liking to hear stories. So that is the reason why I am able to inculcate this as well as a strategy in social media marketing. So here you will be able to get more viewers, and also the customer retention will be more, because the customers are actually wanting to hear the story. They like to hear the story and they would like to know what happened in the end. So the kind of customer retention that we will be able to attain through storytelling sessions will be very high. The number of viewers which we are getting to our content will be very high. The engagements which we are getting on our content will be very high. And more people will be talking about this. And even the ones who are actually viewing this content, if they like it, they'll be replicating the story to other persons, and they'll be telling that they got the story from our video through our social media platforms. So all these things are adding value to us, and people would be happy to listen to our story, watch our story, and also share our story, right? So the kind of engagements that we'll be able to get in through storytelling session is huge. And whenever you're doing this, be creative and share the thoughts and contents which are memorable to them, which they would want to think about even after years. So make it creative, make it memorable, and try to transfer that kind of emotion while they're actually listening to your story. So that is the kind of approach that you should be having in order to incorporate customer retention, use engagements, interactions, and engagements. So you'll be able to have a better output or outcome by following storytelling sessions as well. The last strategy which I would like to share to all of you is employing chatbots. We'll be able to employ chatbots in our site, so that people will be able to interact with the chatbots even when we are actually not available for them. So the chatbots enable immediate response to our customers. If humans are trying to interact with the customers, there will be slight delay, because maybe the human customer service or customer center which is run by humans might be busy with another call, might not be able to take up that call due to technical issues, and all those things can come into picture. But that is not the case while you're employing chatbots. When you're employing chatbots, the customers who are actually raising their concerns are getting immediate response. Within few seconds, they'll be able to get the response and they'll be able to get everything sorted within a span of seconds.
So that is the kind of response and that is the kind of effectiveness which chatbots can create to your customers, so that the customers are raising their concerns and they are knowing why the concern is happening, and they'll be able to rectify based on the steps or based on the actions which the chatbots are asking them to follow. That is simple as that, so that people will be able to get more kind of value by employing chatbots than by employing human customer service. So I'm not telling that you can eliminate humans in customer service, but whenever required you can ask them to pitch in. But for the basic necessities we can employ chatbots, and when the things are going complex or where the humans need to interfere, we can employ humans as well. So for the basic requirements, we can definitely employ chatbots and get a higher customer satisfaction as well. Now the chatbots have been evolved to even place orders. So the customers can be coming to our sites and placing orders without any human interference. They can simply talk to our chatbots and make a purchase, and they can get the item delivered to their location in the right time. So that is the kind of evolution or that is the kind of development which is happening in the chatbot system. They are able to know if the payment or transaction has happened, and they are able to verify whether the customer or the person who's talking to him is a valid customer. So he is having that verification facility as well, so that he can cross check whether he is being fooled or whether this customer is actually making a transaction, and then only we are making the purchase order. So that is the kind of development which is happening in chatbot scenario. And by using single chatbot, we'll be able to communicate with several customers. But if you're employing humans, one human can talk to a single person at a time. Because while I'm talking to you, I'll not be able to talk to a different person at the same time, right? Because I'm talking to you right now. And that causes delay. If I'm talking to you and I need to be talking to a different person, that particular person needs to wait till that particular point of time, till when I am completed with you. Only then I can start with him. So that is the kind of response which I'll be able to get while I am employing human customer services, right? That is not the case for chatbots. In humans, one-to-one communication is happening, but within chatbots, one-to-many communication is happening. One chatbot system can talk to many customers in a given period of time simultaneously. In an instance, this system will be able to take care of the concerns which the customers are raising at that particular point of time itself. So that is the kind of response which we are able to incorporate by enabling chatbot system. And in order to implement this chatbot system, we don't need to have much coding skills required. Even if you don't know coding and if you are not a coder and if you don't know scripting, even then you will be able to implement chatbot system very easily. So that is the kind of development which has been happening in this particular segment of chatbot system, and you will be able to get more customer satisfaction, and also we'll be able to address the concerns of our customers at a faster pace as well. By now, we have come to the end of this course on social media marketing. Till now, we were talking about social media marketing, how social media marketing is effective, and all those things, right? So, what exactly did we cover in this course, and what were the outcomes that you got? So, let's just briefly explain what all the things which I covered in this course, right? So, we started off this course by understanding what exactly is social media marketing, how do we benefit out of social media marketing, and why should we actually follow social media marketing, right? So anyway, how are we getting more conversion rates and all those things? So that is what we exactly dealt with in the beginning of this course by understanding exactly what is social media marketing. And after understanding social media marketing, we went on to understand what are the pillars of social media marketing. In this course, in the pillars of social media marketing, we went through 5 pillars. That is nothing but strategy, planning and publishing, monitoring, analyzing, and advertising. So these are the 5 pillars which we dealt with in this particular course on coming to the topic pillars of social media marketing. And after completely going through the pillars, we next moved on to the strategies. What are the several social media strategies that we are able to incorporate with our social media marketing campaign, so that we are able to bring in more business or more result to our social media marketing campaign? So anyway, we have decided to run a campaign, and anyway we are running a campaign, and why don't we actually do it in the right way, right? So for that, we are understanding what are the strategies that we'll be able to follow to inculcate more result or more business to our particular business by the end of this particular social media marketing campaign. So what are the strategies which we talked about? We talked about by understanding what is the importance of creating a personalized experience for the audience, right? So we dealt with that initially. And then we moved on to understand the importance of building a community for our audience. So what are the importance and how are we getting benefited out of by having a community for our audience? So after understanding that, we went on to understand brand advocates. How are we getting benefited out of by employing or engaging brand advocates and asking them to promote regarding our business products, right? Then we went on to understand storytelling sessions. What are the importance of storytelling sessions? How are we able to get the attention, the retention span, and how are we able to interact with the customers in a more effective way through storytelling sessions? And then finally, we also talked about employing chatbot system, how chatbot system can be more effective to communicate with our customers even when the actual human interference are actually not possible. So anyway, sometimes 24-hour so customer support may not be possible, but we'll be able to employ that by using chatbots. So these are the various strategies which we dealt with in the final topic. That is nothing but what are the various social media marketing strategies that we can inculcate in order to bring in more success to our business by promoting social media marketing.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoyed this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on this video any queries or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.